why do I have the feeling I should have something like Dirty Laundry by Don Henley playing in the background? Meh. Anyway, T.B.Photo X1.5 TFX, and welcome back to another video. Well, I'm sitting here now with a plethora of Nikon equipment and also some third-party. But nonetheless, we are going to do a little bit of a continuation in this little series of testing different lenses. Last time it was 135. Now I actually thought we should do 200. But on a APS-C camera like the D7200, like what this is, that will be something in the ballpark of, what is it now, 200 divided by 2 is 150. No, it's not. It's 100. So it's gonna be something more like a 300 millimeter if you upgrade it to what it becomes on a D7200 or any crop sensor Nikon style camera where the crop factor is 1.5. Anyway, I thought that I'd only have the one prime lens, and that's the Meyer Optic Görlitz, and this is the Ostigor 200mm f4 lens. I actually bought this at a second-hand store. No one really knew what it was, so I can't remember the exact price I paid for it, but it was dirt cheap. It's all I remember. Everybody thought that, why the hell are you buying that old piece of crap? That shows what the common person who isn't into photography knows about old style quality. But anyway, I digress. This one is also, according to what I know, made in the former East German or DDR or GDR, whatever way you want to pronounce it. Yeah, and it is in original a M42 lens mount that I have put a M42 to a Nikon F adapter on it with corrective lenses so that it will be able to do infinity focus. Excuse me. Next in line is a real workhorse and a modern classic of Nikon glass. It is the 80-200 constant f2.8D lens. This one is a screw drive, so I have used this extensively on both my Nikon f4 and my Nikon f5, which are the F-series cameras that are able to do autofocus. So this one is the old style screw drive lenses. So if you have something like a D5000 series or is it 3000 series, you're basically screwed when it comes to autofocus, pun intended. But anyway, you can always manual focus this by turning this little color over to manual. And you have the manual focus ring up here and the zoom ring back here. Reason why this goes to 200, so I thought we will do a comparison between this workhorse lens versus this classic prime lens. And going in the same factor, one of my newest and mostly used general purpose lenses for walking around with the D7200 is the Nikon 70-300 f4.5-5.6G. I need to read these because there is no sensible person that can remember all that nomenclature by heart. It's simply, I can't. I need to read it. But it's the VR with the red VR, this one. And it goes to 300, but that means it passes the 200 mark in the zoom range. So I thought we would do a comparison between all of these three. Also, these two have detachable lens hood. The Meyer Optics has a threaded lens hood. So let's see, there we go. It squeaks a little bit and it is a fine thread thing, but a little bit interesting that I managed to find it all in one piece. Yeah, so that's basically the setup, these three lenses. As stated then, these two are limited. This is a AIS lens, if memory serves, It means that it has the aperture ring that is now locked on aperture 22, which means I can use it on the D7200 or something like the f5, and I have complete control over the aperture. So this is a lens that will talk to the camera. The same goes for the 70-300, which is a G series lens, which means that it doesn't have the aperture color, but it will do electronic aperture control, and it is internal autofocus. So yeah, also those three, and of course the D7200, which is a 24 megapixel APS-C camera. We're gonna use a little bit of the creative lighting system again, these SB600s, I've talked about it in numerous videos before. The SB800, I have removed the extra 5th battery compartment just to slim it down a little bit. And of course I'm only using rechargeable batteries. These are by the Home Improvements chain or electronics chain Clas Ohlson. Plugged them many times before. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape or form, but it's just the batteries that I prefer when it comes to rechargeables. Need to think about the environment. But the subject, I thought, since the last one, since we have already concluded we are gonna get a lot more of a tele effect since we're using an APS-C camera, I thought we would do a little bit of a impromptu photo shot as well, tabletop style, and I'm gonna take this, whoops, fail on my part, this Seiko watch that I've shown in previous videos. It's my personal one. I'm not sponsored by Seiko either. This is just a watch that I really liked and it was on sale this summer, so yeah, that's a little bit of the thing. But we're gonna do a little bit of a boxed setup here, and we're gonna do as in this last video. We're gonna do the fastest native aperture of each individual lens here. We're gonna do an f5.6 and an f8. So we have 3 different settings for the aperture. I think the shutter speed will be something like 1/200th of a second. Since we're using flash, it's more the aperture that makes the difference. So yeah, I think that will be all for this segment, and I will be back with the setup for the photo shoot. So as always, this is Tobias Bergström, T.B.Photo, X1.5 to FX. I'd like to see you guys in the next one, so take care from now on. Okay, so we're back here now with the setup. And it became a little bit of a silk cloth here, dark navy blue I should probably say. And we're gonna start off with the Meyer Optic Girl, it's Ostigor here and then, and we're gonna start then at the maximum shutter, or rather maximum aperture of 1.4 or f4. And what we then need to do is, since it's a non-AI lens or anything, we need to program the D7200 in order to recognize the aperture and the focal length of the lens. So 200 millimeters and f4. So the setup consists of this time 3 SB600s. We have the A group here, which is a side view of the box. We have the B one here that is more on the clock face, and then we have a C one with a snoot and a blue filter that is gonna shine up the back here. I know this is a little bit of not that much color in this, but we work with what we got. So let's see here, just gonna delete all the history on one of the memory cards so that we know in which order we are doing things. Not gonna bother that much with cards. The first 3 images will be the Meyer Optics, then we're gonna go with these 80-200 and then the 70-300. All of the zoom ones set to 200. So I think that this is gonna be it now, and we're gonna start with the photo shoot. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, so now we're back here in Lightroom once again, and we have our 8 images here from the different lenses. Keep in mind also, I only took 2 images with the 70 to 300 because the native lowest aperture I can get when zoomed into 200 millimeters is actually 5.6, so it's only, if I remember correct, it's 5.6 and f8. So the last 2 are the 70 to 300. But we begin with the Meyer optics. As we're gonna see here, we're gonna go into the develop module and see what we can do. First off, we're gonna do, I actually focused on the clock face here, so yeah, we do have some aberration here, and we do have a little bit of autofocus here as well, so yeah, it might be a little bit soft here at the, but if you read the line here, yeah, also a bit autofocus and some aberration. So let's begin with correcting that, shall we? So we go down here to, let's see here. Where is it? Yeah, take away chromatic aberration. Doesn't do anything. Let's see if we can do it manually. There we go. So we do it manually on this one, and let's see what we can do as well. We raise it up a little bit, half stop. Let's see what else we can do. Let's give ourselves a black part and a little bit of whites. Clear. There we go. There we go. I think I like to, sometimes when it's just a product shot, I like to raise the mid part a little bit of the histogram. So yeah, I know that this is still blurry out of focus, but it's still a improvement. The little statuette I took in here, really good light bounce on it and so on. Yeah, you can see some detail. Yeah, there we go. I don't think we need to mess with anything else. Maybe a little bit of noise reduction. Yeah, there we go. Let's go on, shall we, to the 5.6 on the Meyer optics. Let's zoom in and see here. Whoa, dramatic improvement at 5.6 on the Meyer optics. Let's see here. Let's do a little bit of a quick edit on it, shall we? Yeah, let's see. Give us a black part, a black spot, and pull up the whites a little bit. But here we have some really nasty chromatic aberration. Even though I know that I had the blue filter, you can see it here on this side, but this is clearly chromatic aberration. Let's see what the automatic does on this one. A little bit. We have a lot of it here, so let's see. Eureka, it's gone. Yeah, let's see what we can do. A little bit of noise reduction as well, and let's see if we can sharpen it up, and we can. Yeah, well, I think it's nice. We got a sharper line here on the statuette as well. Now let's see, f8. Whoa. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's add it up a little bit, make it a little bit brighter. Good. Not just a touch. We have some chromatic aberration still. Let's see what we can do with it. There we go. There. Yeah, we still have the purple one here, so. And it's gone. Perfect. Let's give it a little bit more contrast. And let's raise the highlight a little bit. Make the shadows a little bit darker. And give ourselves a little bit white and black as such. And oh yeah. Nice detail here. And give it a little bit of color back as such. Oh, really great here. Let's see what else we can do if we go over. Now okay, here we are now at the Nikon 80-200 constant f2.8. I know I put it on f2.8, so I don't know why this is the way it is here. So, well, let's see here. Oh, what? We even have some purple here as well on the box edge. Okay. And here we have some green and some purple. Okay. Let's do the same procedure, shall we? Let's see up in here. And we go to profile. Let's see. Negligible difference, but if we do like so, and maybe we have some. There we go. But the statue is extremely good. You can see some details. Dust speckles even that oh yeah. So yeah, I think even though the subject is a little bit out of focus, I think this is because I used single point autofocus and I recomposed a little bit, you know, to cut off so we didn't get any of the background. But I do really like the blue light on the back here and how it gives this rim light to the statue. Okay, let's see what else we can do here. If we raise it a little bit less, this one, and there we go. Something like there, maybe. Yeah. Well, okay, let's go on and see 5.6. Okay, 5.6. We still have it out of focus on the watch. I don't really understand it. Is it back focusing, front focusing? Because the statuette, I did the same thing here, so it might be my mistake here, but nonetheless, well, let's see what we can do here. Okay, let's see, profile, take away chromatic aberration. Okay. Yeah, that works. Good. Let's see, 5.6, and then we raise it a little bit. Give us a bit more. Raise the shadows and the black part and the. Well, we still have details here. It's just that they're out of focus, unfortunately. But if I would do this, whoa! Look at the Seiko markings here. Those are. It's a little bit oh yeah, look at the top of the box, it's back focusing. So yeah, I should probably have focus somewhere maybe on this ridge here. Probably. Well, let's see, f8. Better but still no, close but no cigar. So the 80-200 might have a little bit of an issue with back focusing, but yeah, still. Yeah, I would say back focusing since the Seiko logo is such a tack shark. So it might be that I need to do a little bit of a calibration in the Nikon D7200 itself. So, but I still think this looks very interesting indeed. Love this clarity slider. I mean, before I like to do something like this to many of my images, but nah, not for this one. It's a little bit too. There we go. Something like that. Let me raise this up a little bit, please. And now we're going over to the 70-300. This is at 5.6. And it's sharp in focus. We have a little bit of blue here. We have a little bit of chromatic aberration here. We have blue and red. Okay, let's see what we can do. So this is the Nikkor 70-300. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. Wow. it cleans up beautifully. Okay, a little bit of contrast, up with the shadows. Wow. Turn up the whites a little bit and turn down the blacks. Oh yeah. Let's give it a little bit of pop here actually. Cool. Well, this works for me. And finally, the 70-300 at f8. Let's see here. Yeah, it's pretty much tack sharp here in my opinion. Let's go down here and see. Do I even need to do anything with this? Well, it detects it a little bit. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Something like that. Give us a little bit of dark, more white. Turn out the shadows. Turn down the highlight a little bit so we get the gradient here on the side, make it more 3D look. Clarity, just a smidge. Wow, well, even the hands on the watch is very nice and sharp in this one. This little rainbow is because of the front plate. Oh yeah, but let's see here. Yeah, I think that the more modern lens actually was the winner here, it seems. Well, really interesting to see this actually. So yeah, I think this is all of them. We have all the 8 subjects here. I'm just gonna export them and probably use them a little bit on social media perhaps and see what we can do. But in my opinion, the Mayor optics, this is basically the Mayor optics at f8. That's really good for such a vintage lens. And also the 70-300, I mean, this is the only one with vibration reduction as well. And this at f8 for the 70-300, it's quite kind of amazing. The 80-200, I think that's because my camera might be a little bit messed up. Because I know it can yield better results than what this was. It should be able to do it sharper than that. Should be able to make it sharper than this, but as you can see, it really is a sharp lens. The difficulty is that it might be back focusing. But I think that this is all for me for now. So as always, this is Tobias Bergström from T.B.Photo, X1.5 and I'd like to see you guys in the next video. And as always, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. So take care from now on. Bye.